What's up guys, Matt Prince from Royal Fitness and Strength Coach Secrets. Now, when bulletproofing the core, I like to hit it from every single angle, right? So you've obviously got the front side of the body, you've got the side of your body, you've got rotational type movements, you've got anti-rotational type movements, you've got static movements, you've got moving movements. These are my favorite 6 types of things that I like to do with my people, like to do with myself, and I think that will help your training go to another level. So the first one is the hanging leg raise. Now the hanging leg raise is brilliant because you're in this hollow position, you've got everything up and you're hanging from the bar. It's connecting your ribs to your hips like we want to do when we're bracing, but it's also stretching your hip flexors, and as you raise your legs, it's got to strengthen your lower abs, your hip flexors, and all those little muscles that you need in those lower abs as well, because they often get avoided, right? We often have, whether you were, years ago doing 100 sit-ups a night to try and get a six-pack, whether you've done a lot of planks and stuff like that, leg raises are generally really hard for people, so it's one of the most important ones that I feel to bring up that hip strength, hip flexor power, and all that sort of stuff as well. The second one is the ab wheel. I love the ab wheel. Now, a regression from it is the plank. They're getting that static plank there, but the ab wheel is a fantastic one as you progress past the plank to start again, to connect that ribs to the hips from the top part of the core, I suppose, is the easiest way to put it, but it's also going to teach you to keep lats tight, it's going to teach you to brace everything, and we want to do that with serious control, serious static holds, and making sure that it's done absolutely perfectly. The third thing we're going to look at is our sides, right? So your obliques. Now, side plank is the sort of the bind, so you want to be able to do side planks pretty well, just similar to the ab wheel with the planks. Then we move on to the suitcase carry. So carrying the kettlebell by the side, making sure that your body's as straight up as possible. You're keeping that core so it's not twisting to the side, you're not leaning over, using that opposite oblique to hold it strong. Doing suitcase carries for a long period of time is a really, really good way to get the body to learn how to use everything together, right? When you start having weight on the opposite side, it teaches the other side to switch on as well. So it's a really, really important one. It really helps build up a well-rounded core. My next go-to is the landline twist, right? So it's a rotational type movement. We're going to use the weight out in front. We're going to twist side to side. It can be done with massive amounts of control. It can also be done fast, like a grappler's handle type setup. Depends on your goal there. I always like to start things on the side of control and then progress to that more fast option down the track. But that's another really good option. The next one, number 5, is the Bulgarian bag. This is some stuff I've just started playing with more recently. So it's like full rotational trunk work. You can do this with heavy power clubs, which I've also just started playing with recently. These are amazing for building up rotational core strength. So these are something that you have to be well trained to be able to do. You have to have a certain amount of control to be able to do it. I wouldn't get anyone just getting into training doing these sorts of things. And I always recommend start light and build as you progress. The last one is the anti-rotational movement. So things like Parloff presses, very, very good. You can do things like planks with somebody pulling a band against you. They're all really, really solid options to help train that core to be, just rock solid all the time. Anyway, there's 6 things, 6 ones to play with. Add them into your training if you haven't already. If you train with us at Royal, they're already pieced in. If you do want to train with us at Royal, so we piece them in for you, feel free to hit us up. You can shoot us a message, you can comment, you can do whatever you need to do to get in touch. We're happy to help and we'd love to have you in. Anyway, hope that helps. Talk to you soon. Bye.